Hello everyone, I'm Mark Evan Alas from Math 3A, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to do a time series analysis using ARIMA model in Jupyter Notebook. So, ang gagamitin kong dataset is consists of monthly sales from January 2015 up to June 2024. So, ang goal ng analysis natin na to is to understand the behavior of data over time, transform it into stationary series, identify an appropriate ARIM model, and generate a future forecast. Okay, let's start. So, ang una natin gagawin is kailangan muna natin ilagay yung dataset natin, i-import yung dataset natin. So, import as is. Dito, i-read natin yung data natin, no? Na naka-CSV file. And then next is papalitan natin yung index natin, yung month na column. PD. Papalitan natin siya ng date, time. Set natin yung month na column as the index. Equal to true. Then ipiprint natin. Let's wait. Wait pala na may mali tayo. Sorry. Month. Oops. Oops. Ayun. So, ito is naging index na natin. Itong step na to is important kasi sa time series modeling, especially sa ARIMA. Kasi dapat sa ARIMA, yung data niya is naka-index para makapture niya yung temporal dependence. Next naman natin gagawin is plot. Papakita natin yung plot ng data natin. So, that data. Lagyan natin siya ng title. Monthly sales. Tapos X natin, X label is yung year. And then yung Y natin is yung sales. Oops. So, dito sa plot natin, makikita natin na merong changes over time in data natin. Meron tong long-term na upward trend, which indicates that yung mean ng series natin na hindi constant. Since yung mean natin is nagbabago-bago over time, ibig sabihin nito na yung data natin is non-stationary. So, if non-stationary siya, hindi natin siya pwedeng gamitin sa ARIMA. Since alam naman natin na required dapat na ang data natin is stationary para makapag-perform tayo ng ARIMA modeling. So, ang gagawin natin is titest muna natin siya using the ADF test if stationary nga ba siya o hindi. Kailangan natin i-make sure. So, from stats. And then, models. With p-value May mali na naman sa code natin. Input. Tapos ito. I think, na. Okay na yan. Let's wait. So, ang null hypothesis natin sa ADF test is the series has unit root. Ibig sabihin, non-stationary siya. So, since p-value natin is, ito, kita naman natin dito, greater than 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, this concludes na non-stationary yung data natin or yung original series natin. So, ang next step natin gagawin is mag first order differencing. So, first order differencing kasi kinocompute nito yung changes between consecutive observations, which nakakatulong para matanggal yung trend. At the same time, stabilize natin yung mean ng series natin. So, ito, data differencing. That if ayun. After differencing natin, makita natin dito na nag-fluctuate yung series natin around sa constant mean. No, wala na siyang, and then makita natin is wala na siyang visible na trend. So, after differencing, makita natin na yung data natin or series natin is stationary na. So, para mas sure, kailangan natin mapakita yung p-value niya. So, wait, result leave data. P-value after differencing. Mali, kulang. After differencing nga pala. So, diff. Ayun, no? So, makita natin na yung p-value na natin is less than na siya sa 0.05. So, we reject the null hypothesis and therefore we conclude that yung series natin or yung data natin na differencing na natin is stationary na siya. So, since stationary na siya, next step natin gagawin is to identify the appropriate ARIMA na ARIMA parameters using ACF and PACF. So, wait. Import plot ACF, then plot PACF, tapos plot ACF, gamit yung data na na-differencing na natin. This is before. Show. And then plot UCF and underscore diff. Where's the error? Ayun. Data. Kulang E. Let's wait again. Ayun. Okay na. Dito sa ECF plot natin, makikita natin na meron ng correlation between the series and its past values, which helps para ma-determine natin yung average order or the moving average order, which is in Q. And the next dito sa ating PACF, napakita naman dito yung correlation after ma-remove natin yung intermediate effects, which nakakatulong para ma-determine natin yung autoregressive order, which is in P. Okay, so based dito sa plot natin, ang gagamitin nating ARIMA model is yung ACE111. Okay, let's start coding the ARIMA model natin. So, from modems dot tsa import ARIMA, right? And then sorry. Oh my God. Okay, let's wait again. Wait, may mali sa code. This one. Ayun. Dito sa summary na to, pinapakita nito yung coefficients ng estimates natin, yung standard error, and then yung diagnostic statistics para ma-evaluate natin yung models, yung performance ng model natin. So, gamit yung na-fitted na natin na model, mag-forecast na tayo gamit or mag-forecast na tayo ng the next 12 months ng data natin. So, forecast. No, 12 months or 1 year. So, forecast. Lagay yung dodoble, sorry. Ayun. Ito na yung na-forecast natin na 12 months or isang taon. And then, nag-plot na natin siya. So, here we got plot. First muna is yung original data natin. Which is actual sales. Ito yung unang or yung pinakaunang data natin. Next is yung forecasted na. Forecast. Forecast na. Ibayin natin yung color niya para kita. Color is puro green. And then lagyan din natin ng legend. Tapos show. Sorry. Okay, let's wait ng konti. Ayun. Dito, no, pinapakita natin na yung forecasted natin na data is nagpo-provide siya ng expected future values based sa pattern ng original or ng actual sales natin gamit yung ARIMA model. So, ayun, in summary, itong analysis na to is dinemonstrate ko using full ARIMA modeling. Una natin ginawa is data exploration. Pangalawa is stationary testing. Tinignan natin if stationary ba or non-stationary data natin. Pangalawa is differencing. Differencing tayo since yung data natin is non-stationary. So, ginawa natin siyang stationary. Pangatlo is, fourth is model identification. Then, parameter estimation. And last is forecasting. So, this confirms na yung ARIMA is effective siya for modeling and forecasting series data with trends. And that's all po. Thank you.